Good morning, people. Well, it's just after 6:30 a.m. in the morning. It's another nice bright start of the day. So we've got the daylight now. I've parked the car in the usual place and I'm going to go right up into Kidlandly Forest this time instead of turning left to go into the track the way I went along the other day to Whiteburn Shank Cottage. So we'll just be sticking to the main road going right up to the top of Kidland Forest. Just as a different walk today. Loads of sheep lying down in the field here. There's many up on top of the hill there. Watching as we've pulled up. Skies are pretty clear. No sign of rain or anything yet. I don't think it's going to rain at all today until maybe later on, about 12 o'clock. So we've got the first thing in the morning here to get a nice walk like I did the other day before it starts spitting the rain. So bye for now, people, from Clennell, the start of the road that leads you in, and I'll be going over the 5 bridges again and then straight ahead again. So bye for now, people. Well, we've come to the 3rd bridge or so, and on the right hand side we've got a few people camping here with a couple of Land Rovers. There's a motorbike there. The steps leading up the side of the vehicles where they've got the boxes on the top to keep all the camping equipment in. So it's the first time I've seen that. But now I know who had the campfire in the middle of the grassed area. What was there when I passed a couple of times previously. So these are the people that must be doing the camping. So they're back again with the Land Rovers and all their equipment for staying over. Right, so onwards and upwards. Right, I'm in new territory now because I've come straight ahead this time instead of going into the forest at the bottom there where the yellow official gate is. And this is the first up on this main track that I've come so far. So I'm in unexplored territory for me. Once again, the river is on the left, and you just follow this track round and up and up and up. There's another round homestead coming up on the right. So that's 2 within like a few hundred yards. Because there's that one just down there, and then that one up there, just to the right of the track. Right, so onward. Right, we've got to the point on the main track that I've never been before, and we're going straight ahead. And we've come across like a marker on the side of the right hand side with the 2 yellow stickers with the arrows like pointing up there, probably. Right, so if we had continued along the bottom track, instead of taking a little shortcut up the corner, you come to the bottom there where there's a little passing place, and that allows vehicles to turn around and start coming up this S-bend that we're standing on now. But from up here you can look down back into the valley where the rivers run along the side there. And there's also a fork in the road at the bottom there. And looking ahead, it looks like it takes you up there, where there's subsidence on the side of the hill and there's loads of trees being chopped down. So you can see the actual top of the mountain, it's clear. So I'm just putting all this on video, so I remember it. So we just took the shortcut down the bottom corner there, up the hill, and got onto this track here. And I'm doing the tight, it's a right hand bend, S-bend. Then you just continue up. That's what we're doing. I'm just taking in the scenery while I'm up here, because obviously when you're up high, you get some beautiful views of the valley in front of you. So the track looks like it continues along the bottom, and it looks like it's doing a Y shape. It's going like sort of like to the right off slightly, but it's also going off to the left, which is going up and along past that subsidence on the side of the hill, and then spinning around to the left that way. I'll have to come where you are so I can see it. Well, that's the one I'm on about. There's a Y shape just down there, the back of the trees, and that's the one going off to the left where the subsidence is. Oh, that's right, man. There is a track goes off to the right just before the double S bend. I remember it now. Goes off up there. The sun's just trying to come over the top of the trees over there. No, it's beautiful. The snow on the mountains over there still. Right, so bye for now, people. We go for a walk up the forest, and there's a stream coming down from the right hand side as well, where the fire beater fence is, and it joins this underneath the road, and it's going down to meet the main river again up below. So the river's getting thinner and thinner the higher we go as well, so it'll be easier to cross later on if we need to. But I'm just doing short burst videos just to remember what it's like. We've passed especially little streams and marker posters like that with the yellow round discs on them. Stop pulling, son, stop pulling, wait. No, it's just got an arrow straight ahead, and there's some logs that's been chopped and stacked on the left hand side further up there, and it looks like there's another official gate across the track as well, higher up. Right, so bye for now, people. Heading up from Clonell car park as usual, but we're going straight ahead this time, all the way up to the top of this track. Right, I'm making a short video here where we've got to this point in the road where it's a big turnaround point, or a passing place where the logs are piled up on the left hand side here. And it's for big vehicles to get a turning as they come down from this road going up the hill there. So this is the upside down V that I've seen on the Google Maps. That you bypass this and then just keep going straight ahead. And then eventually you come to a tight right hand side S bend. Then you pass that and go straight up again. So I'm just putting this on video so I remember what it looks like. Coming up from the bottom track there. So that's looking back down to where we've just come from. So that's the road that goes up there, and it snakes around the left and it just goes right across in that direction. And then eventually I think it snakes around, comes back on itself and comes back down to meet this track. So there's a wooden gate here, probably locked as well or chained up to stop vehicles going any further. So it's just saying no parking, but I don't know what the yellow sign's saying. No parking, access point must be clear at all times. So it's chained off and padlocked so no vehicles can get up here. And obviously a bit of a fence going down to meet the river there. And a little bit of a gully. And obviously there's a little sign there. Walkers, horse riders and pedal cyclists are welcome to use this route. Motor vehicles and motorbikes are prohibited and their use is illegal. So you get your hand smacked if you start using motorbikes up here. Right, so duck underneath this gate. Do the lumber. Right, so it's onwards and upwards, and I can see around the corner there, there's snow up on top of the hills, so obviously you're getting higher and higher. The dog's enjoying looking at the water there. He's dying to go in, I think. There's some little rapids down on the left there going over the rocks. So it's another wide point in the river here where it's going over these rocks. So once again, it's nice, quiet and peaceful. Nobody around, can't hear a thing. Haven't seen another soul since we left the bottom valley where we parked the car. Apart from those guys that were camping with they've got the 4-wheel drive Land Rovers. Well, I keep my eyes peeled for the deer because they're always going to dart in front of you. You've got to have your camera ready. Right, so bye for now, people. Right, here's another canny little place on the left hand side. It's like 2 drops going over rapids. That one down there, and this one here where it's like getting pushed to the corner and then dropping back down. So as you can see, we're just following this river all the way up this road, and we'll be coming up to the S bend soon, the tight right hand side S bend. So that'll be the next familiar thing that I know that I've seen on the maps. But the forest here is like pretty dense, where there's loads of fallen trees as well to stop you walking through them. But listen to the roar of that water, it's lovely. Right, so bye for now people, and onwards and upwards with my journey. I've just been asking the dog, can you find a smaller log to take home with you, son? I mean, he tends to pick the biggest ones, look. There's a big corrugated pipe underneath the road here where it's allowing the stream to run down. It's huge. It's, that looks like a 5-foot diameter where normally they're 3 foot. But it's absolutely massive. Hey, don't go down there, son. Hey, hey! So this looks like we're coming around the S-bend I was on about in the road. And there seems to be what looks like a bit of a path going through the forest trees in the corner here, because there's a yellow mark as well. So that'll probably lead over into the valley where I was the other day when I couldn't get any further for the snow, when I came back from Whiteburn's cottage. So that's where the stream is coming down to meet it this side, and it's going through a big pipe on this side. You can just see the corrugated stuff sticking through the rocks where it's strengthened, obviously. And that's where it's coming down, going this way. And going through the big pipe there. And going back down where we've just come up from. I'm going to explore this bit pathway here, because I'm sure that's where you can get through to go to the other side of the top of the valley, where as far as I got, where the deer were the other day. Right, so there's your post with the yellow arrow pointing forward. So I'm going to go up here and just... Right, we've come along the bottom track here, and there's a yellow marker pointing up here, so it's just like a bit of a shortcut to cut off the first bend of the S-bend that we've come across, which is just up here. So as you can see, it bends round to the right, goes up the hill, and it bends back round to the left and goes up straight on. So basically we've just taken that little shortcut with this hill here, which was a bit hard going, like, because there's loads of snap branches down below and it's wet. And there's a river running down, or a stream running down at the bottom of the gully there. So just the other side of these trees is the top of the valley where I got the other day, where all the deer were. So I'm hoping that this pathway you can get round down into it. So that way you can get into Whiteburn Shank Cottage without having to go through all the fords at the bottom end where you go through the official gate. But if I put all this on video, I'll remember it. Right, a sunny time. Stop and have a sunny time. The dog's having a whale of a time with all these logs that have snapped and fallen down. He's just finding loads of them and chew the bark off. As you can see, he loves it. So if we just continued along that track, at the bottom we'll just sort of come up this bit, but we've taken that shortcut across the corner. That's looking up the hill. Nice big body patching up there, no trees. Right, so we've got to go up and round this S-bend, unless there's a track goes down in the corner here to get down in that valley. So I'm going to see when I get to the top of this hill. So bye for now, people. Right, so if we had continued along the bottom track, instead of taking a little shortcut up the corner, you come to the bottom there where there's a little passing place, and that allows vehicles to turn around and start coming up this S-bend that we're standing on now. But from up here you can look down back into the valley where the rivers run along the side there. And there's also a fork in the road at the bottom there. And looking ahead, it looks like it takes you up there, where there's subsidence on the side of the hill and there's loads of trees being chopped down. So you can see the actual top of the mountain, it's clear. So I'm just putting all this on video, so I remember it. So we just took the shortcut down the bottom corner there, up the hill, and got onto this track here. And I'm doing the tight, it's a right hand bend, S-bend, then you just continue up. That's what we're doing. I'm just taking in the scenery while I'm up here, because obviously when you're up high, you get some beautiful views of the valley in front of you. So the track looks like it continues along the bottom, and it looks like it's doing a Y shape. It's going like sort of like to the right off slightly, but it's also going off to the left, which is going up and along past that subsidence on the side of the hill, and then spinning around to the left that way. I'll have to come where you are so I can see it. That's the one I'm on about. There's a Y shape just down there, the back of the trees, and that's the one going off to the left where the subsidence is. Oh, that's right, man. There is a track goes off to the right just before the double S bend. I remember it now. It goes off up there. The sun's just trying to come over the top of the trees over there. No, it's beautiful. The snow on the mountains over there still. Right, so bye for now, people. Right, we've come up through the first double bend, which is the right hand bends. Like I said, it's tight, and then you get to this point here where the vehicles can turn around again, where this big craggy mound is on the right hand side. Now I'm sure the top of the valley where I got to the other day, where I passed the deer from coming back from Whiteburn Shank cottages, I'm sure there's a bit of a path that'll come through that corner there and bring you up to here somewhere, because there's some gaps in the gorse bushes here where it looks like there's a bit of a pathway going through. Not much of a pathway, but you can see where people have trudged through it. Right, let's have a look down at this valley, see if I can see any pathways going up through it. No, it's just a sheer drop down there. But you can hear the stream running all the way along the bottom, right in the gully at the bottom. Down there. There's loads of trees falling over there, crisscross all the way through. So I suppose you could walk along the bottom, keeping to the stream, but you'd have to be constantly stepping over dead logs that's fallen over on both sides, and it would be hard going. But there's like a bit of a clearing further up there where I can see bits of fence posts, and it's bending around to the left, and I wonder if that's the way you can get round into that valley where I came to the top end of it. And then that would take you down to the ford that's on the bottom main track, where we walk along from the official roadway going into Whiteburn Shank cottages. So I'm just putting it on video so I can check it out when I get back home. So I think if you stuck to the stream from the shortcut and walk right the way up the stream here, keep as close as possible, just following along the back way. And then there's I can see like a bit of a brick wall at the bottom, and what looks like a pathway going through, and some fence posts. So that'll be a possibility to go through to the next valley. So bye for now, people. I'm just laughing because when you look at Google Maps, this S-bend just looks like a doubler, but we've come up again. I'm just looking up over the hill there, all the chopped down trees and piles of logs on the top of the ridge there. But we've come to this point here where you turn round and go left and go up again. So it's more than a doubler S-bend, it's a quadrupler. But get some beautiful views from up here at the top of the S-bends, looking back down in the valley there and the river snaking round. And I can see that track that goes off to the right now, where it forks off and goes away. And I think there's a track goes along that valley straight ahead, where the snow is. So we're way up high because that's looking right down the valley, look. And I can just see the Y junction down below there. And there's the river's going underneath the road through one of them pipes again. I can see a big turning point at the bottom there and all, where they swing round to come up this S-bend. So that's a landmark that you can't forget. There's a huge chunk of land broke away from the side of the hill there. So we're on the next part of the S-bend, which goes up again. So we've come round 2 or 3 lots already, and then we've got this one to go up now. The dog's slowing down a bit now, he's knackered. He's been running backwards and forwards up and down the hills. He's got me tired thinking about it. He's puffing and panting here. I'll have to find a river and give him a drink soon. But let's look down from this high point down at the valley. Right, so that's looking right back down to the stream running below her. And the road, which is just slightly to the right of it, going along, snaking round past that subsidence. He's going down the hill. Come here, you! Hey! Come on! Up here! Up here! Come on! He thinks he's a gazelle, man. It's crackers. Come on! Up! Up! Good boy! Good boy! And you can see the thin, skinny stream right down the bottom there, zigzagging round. And it looks like it's going under the road over there as well and going up that valley straight ahead. But some fantastic views up here, beautiful. And that's looking back down the valleys that we've come through, snaking around on the road. And there you can see all the trees cleared on the top there now. So at the top of the S-bend, the little diagram I drew myself, you got to the top and then you come to an edge of the trees. And as a farmer's track goes off and through the trees where they've been chopped down, and then it starts going down the hill on the other side into the valley where I was. So I'm going to look out for that as I go up this next part of the S-bend. But I'm sure that's there's a track going off there up the hill straight ahead where the trees have been chopped down. You can see it now, and it's going up to the top of the ridge, and it'll take you up to where those trees, logs are lying on the side of the ridge. So I think that's the track that I was looking for. So bye for now, people. Right, when I was checking out the Google Maps yesterday again to check out my journey when we get here, at the end of the S-bend there was a bit of a farmer's track going off to the left just past the clearing of these trees, and it zigzagged and went all the way through the forest there. First of all snaked around to the left, then it went right and then down through the trees and dropped down on the other side into the valley. So I'm just looking down at the valley now where below me, where that brick wall I've seen further down there. It's just down there. So where I thought there was a bit of a pathway, it's probably that fence, this brick wall, a continuation going down this hill. You can just see there, the wall going down through the trees. So there might be a pathway going around the corner and taking it into that valley just on the other side where I was. So that'll be interesting to find out. But we'll still continue to go up the hill, and then there's a warning sign higher up where it says obviously warning harvesting going on. And where the sign is on the road, there's a farmer's track coming down, which there was on the maps. And it comes down and goes along the bottom and then up to the right through the trees. So it pretty much looks non-existent at the moment. I can hear a stream running down the bottom though. Right, so just continue up this road and then spin around to the left. So bye for now, people. But after you get clear of the double S-bend, the tight right hand side S-bend, you come to a clearing in the trees, and there was supposed to be a farm track went up in the middle of these trees there, and it goes up to the top and bends round to the right and then drops down to those trees straight ahead, and that's supposed to drop down into that valley where I was. But if you couldn't get to that one there in the middle of the trees where the gap is, you had to come to the top here, and where that warning sign is, there's a track goes down from there to meet this one in the middle. So that's how you get down to the bottom to go up there. But I mean, I'm not going to bother doing that. I'm just going to keep on going around the top. So bye for now.